Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Today, I want to talk about how the ATF is greatly overstepping their powers. They are stepping way beyond the bounds of their authority. They are treating people like criminals that haven't even committed a crime. They're actually going door to door, harassing legal, law-abiding citizens simply for exercising their Second Amendments. Basically, they're going to people's houses who have bought more than 2 guns and said, well, since you bought more than 2 guns, we think you might be giving them to people who can't legally have them, or you might be selling them illegally. So we're going to come here and harass you simply because the potential exists for a crime. And that is completely unconstitutional. It's horrific. Now, there's a video of this I want to show you before we go too far into it, and we'll discuss it afterwards. But this video I found on The Truth About Guns today, I think is where I found this when I was searching through gun topics, and it just made me sick. The very fact that they got these armed thugs going up to people's doors and saying, hey, you bought these guns, you better show us them, and show them to us and let us know you still have them, or else we're going to charge you with a crime, basically. It kind of made me sick. And what also made me sick is how some people reacted to it. But we'll discuss all that after we watch the video here. Let's take a moment, watch the video. It's less than a minute. And like I said, I got this from The Truth About Guns. I'm not sure where they got it from. I know it's a YouTube video. But I'm just going to show it here, and then we're going to discuss it. It's less than a minute, so watch it here with me.
Sir? Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm doing is verifying that you have it. You got 2 different purchases. Mm-hmm. If you have them, I'm out of here. That's how quick it is. Yeah. Do you have them with you by any chance? Are they? If you can unload them and bring them out, or you can go out to your foyer here, check them out, like serial number, and we're out of here. Yep. That's it. It'll take 5 seconds. The reason we're out here is we're obviously gun violence has been an uptick, so we want to make sure we don't have a lot of issues with straw purchases. And so one of the things indicators that we get is when we make a large gun purchase. And then a lot of times you've been there like, oh, those guns got taken. We're like, so the idea is when you purchase more than 2 guns at a time, it generates a multiple sale report. And it comes to us and have you check them out. That's all that is. You did nothing wrong. Did absolutely zero. I noticed that you were stopped in Philly though, right? With one of your guns?
Yep, that's right. 3 armed guys coming up to someone's door in t-shirts, jeans, and tactical vests, saying they're police, which I'm assuming they are, saying they're ATF, which I'm assuming they are, was like 2 ATF agents and a state patrolman, and telling someone, hey, you've bought guns, we need to see them. Now, this is horrific in many different ways. For one, like I said, this is a complete violation of people's privacy. It's a complete violation of your rights, period, to not be harassed by the police when you haven't committed a crime. They don't get to just decide, well, this person's in a situation where they could commit a crime. Let's go harass them. No, if you see someone like, oh, this guy bought 12 guns, maybe he's selling them illegally. Well, that's not enough of a reason to go harass someone. You'd have to find other evidence. You'd have to find someone that got a gun from him, or you'd have to witness him transferring a gun illegally. You can't just go after him because he exercised his rights and bought the gun or guns. That's not constitutional. That goes against every tenement of our legal system. It's like charging people with thought crime almost. It's just because they have the potential to commit a crime, you're going to intervene early. This is not people that are showing signs of being dangerous or anything like that. They just bought guns. So the ATF is showing up on their doorstep, treating them like criminals. Now, a lot of people in the chat, in the comments and sections of the videos and the blogs, they were like, this is a travesty. These are jackbooted thugs, blah, 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 just kind of like I said. But then there were some people that were like, oh, they were polite. All he had to do was show them the guns. So in a situation like this, you should just show them the guns and let them go. And I'm like, no, you absolutely should not. You should not comply with these people at all. For one, if some guys showed up on my doorstep like that and claimed that they were the ATF or the police and they didn't have a warrant or anything like a search warrant or a warrant for my arrest, I would say, get off my property or things are going to go wrong. Because I don't even know that you're police, to be honest. You just show up here, no paperwork, nothing that shows you have a warrant, in t-shirts and flak jackets, or not flak jackets, but, tactical vests. But I'm trying to dramatic here. How am I supposed to believe you are who you say you are? Even if they show me IDs, you can buy fake badges, you can print fake IDs. Get off my property. Show up with court documents, court personnel in uniform, in a squad car, then we'll talk. But right now, get off my property. That's the first reason I wouldn't cooperate with these people, because you don't know if you're about to be robbed. So get off my property or things are going to go bad. Shut the door. That's why I would not cooperate with them at all. That's one reason. Next reason is, okay, let's say they are police. Let's say they showed up in uniform even. These guys did not. First thing I would say is, do you have a warrant? Do you have probable cause? And when they said no warrant, I'd be like, get off my property. Come back when you have a warrant. I do not feel any need to justify your stomping on my constitutional rights. I don't have to cooperate with that. And I'm not going to cooperate with that. For one, doing what they told him to do would be extremely dangerous. Go get the guns and bring them here. Go get them, unload them, and bring them here. How do they know he's unloaded them? How do they know he's not going to? How does he know that he's not going to step back into the doorway? They're going to draw their guns and shoot him because he's got a gun in his hand. Even if they are cops, and if they're not cops, they might shoot him and then go in and rob him. So this is ridiculous that anyone would comply with this. Do not comply if this happens to you. This is a dangerous situation. One, you're promoting the idea that the ATF and other law enforcement agencies can just disregard the Constitution anytime they want to, and people will be okay with it and go along with it just because it's easier. I hate that when people take the easy route. It's like, oh, they completely violated my rights, but it's just not worth it. It's definitely worth it because it doesn't stop with you. It snowballs from there. It doesn't just continue to other people. It snowballs. When they get away with something, they find something else to get away with. When they get away with that, they get away with a little more. So do not comply. If they come to your door, first off, I'm not even giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're police, especially if they're dressed in t-shirts and jeans. Just not going to do it. Anybody can buy that shit. Especially no squad cars outside. And the way they're standing around like he's a criminal. Like they're standing at tactical positions where they could take him out if they have to. It's ridiculous. It's treating a law-abiding citizen who has not only not done anything wrong, but there's no evidence that they've done any wrong or even any accusation that they've done anything wrong. And they show up on his property treating him like he's a criminal. That should not be tolerated, period. So you should not cooperate with that at all. And like I said, this was such a dangerous situation for the homeowner and gun owner here. One, like I said, these guys could be bad guys. Just waiting for him to unload his gun and come to the door to what he thinks are cops to take him out and take all of his guns and everything else he owns. That's a danger. Even if you know they're cops or you believe they're cops and you come back to the door with a gun in your hand with 3 armed cops standing outside, how often do you think things like that go wrong? Well, we've never heard about cops shooting the wrong people, have we? And it seems like if you have a gun in your hand, that's reason to shoot you no matter what. There's reports now that cops open fire on a crowd of people simply because someone might have been open carrying. I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to go into that in depth. But it's just, this was a symphony of bad things. ATF is definitely overstepping their bounds here. This is ridiculous. It's unconstitutional. I wouldn't cooperate with this type of action at all. They put that homeowner in a very dangerous situation because cops always shoot first and take things into consideration later. So that was just a no-win situation for the guy involved. His rights were being violated and he was in physical danger because of the police overstepping their bounds. So if they ever show up at your house, do not cooperate. If they do not have a warrant, they have no right to be there, and they have no right to prosecute you for something you haven't done, and they also have no right to put you in that dangerous situation. So politely inform them that no warrant means no stay. Get the hell off my property. And with that being said, that's it for me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope you come back again tomorrow. I do appreciate you being here. Until then, I want to remind all of you out there, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.